I studied in NIT Nagpur. I graduated in 2016 and I started right after college. So I don't have any prior experience starting a company. I'll tell you what we do and then how we got this idea also, why we're really doing this at the first place. So in 2015, everyone must be aware there are floods in Chennai, right? So Chennai, they got massive floods. That was the biggest floods that happened in the last 100 years. I had my winter vacations at that time. And then this is in my 7th semester, I had my winter vacations. I can either go home or to go to Chennai. I was always involved in social activities in college. I used to volunteer with some NGOs. I used to go do internships for 2 months, 3 months in few NGOs. I felt maybe it makes sense for me to go to Chennai and then volunteer there. I happened to volunteer with an NGO by name Goonj. Goonj is a very good NGO based in Delhi. I spent around 15-20 days in Chennai floods. And what I saw there is a lot of people would like to support whenever any disaster happens. There are people from Hyderabad, people from Bangalore. Everyone are sending us relief material in trucks. A lot of people are coming in their own cars and distributing material. However, what is happening on the ground is when we go and talk to villagers, right? What they need is something else than what we have. Everyone are just giving us clothes, food material, but what is needed on the ground is tarpaulins, mosquito nets, bleaching powder. So no one is really aware that these are the items that are needed for the beneficiaries or for the people who are affected in the floods. And people are spending money in buying food or groceries. They are not really, it's not their old clothes or whatever. A lot of people are spending money in purchasing them. So that's when the idea of Donate Cart came in, is if we can convey to donors that what we need is tarpaulins and mosquito nets, can they donate directly online? See, you go to Flipkart and make a donation, it comes to your doorstep. Can they go to Flipkart like platform where they donate something and it gets delivered to an NGO's doorstep? So that's how the whole model of Donate Cart works. What happens on Donate Cart is an NGO who would like to get support, they would come to our website, they would list whatever items that they want. They'll not say they need money, they'll list whatever supplies they want. Let's say I'm an NGO working with kids, I would say I need sports material, I need stationery, I need groceries. And then donors who would like to donate, they will select whatever they want to give. Let's say I want to donate 10 blankets and each blanket costs 300 rupees. I'll pay 3000 rupees on Donate Cart. Donate Cart will use that money and buy blankets and give it to the NGO. So the NGO doesn't get money, they get blankets, which is what they want, and the donor is giving money to Donate Cart, which is converting that money into goods. The reason why we are doing it is because we need to understand typical Indian mentality. Indians prefer giving in kind than money. We always want to know what is happening with our money. I come from a very small town in Chittor district. Whenever I go to a temple in my town, I see people's name written on the fan, on the tube light. What they did there was they purchased this fan and then given it to the temple. They have not given money to the temple. Any construction of a temple also, people would say I would sponsor for cement, I would sponsor for sand. People would never give money. That's the whole idea of Donate Cart. Can we bring this phenomena which is happening offline to online? Can we show donors that these are the items that we want? Can they end up donating it? So till now we worked with around 1000 NGOs in the last 1.5-2 years. Over 1 lakh donors have used our platform to donate. We raised over 12 to 13 crore of donations in the last 24 months. And what we did here is, these are completely in-kind products. Like it can be as simple as a notebook to as big as a medical equipment that is needed to a hospital. So essentially 30% of our donors who use our platform are from US and other countries who use our platform to give back. And we have as small option of, a lot of people don't give because they have very little money to give. They would say, I mean, if I give 100 rupees, will it really create impact? But on Donate Cart, you can just choose 10 notebooks and then donate. You're actually giving with someone else, right? On an average, our campaign gets 500 to 1000 donors. So you're collectively giving, then it makes so much impact. So you become part of something really big and then you're able to make difference. The whole vision of Donate Cart is we want more Indians to give. And what is stopping Indians to give is a lack of transparency, which is what we are solving right now. And we hope to do more in the coming future. I hope I got
how you were able to convince that your platform is the best platform to your customers, because I think there are other platforms like this, and how you're able to convince them that yours is the best.
So there are many. So when I went to Chennai, right, when I was doing this, so there was a platform by name Keto. I'm not sure many people are aware of it. What Keto does is they do crowdfunding. So they get people to donate funds on their platform. So whatever that's there in the market is about funds, about raising funds, donating funds. What I'm able to do is bringing that level of transparency where you're donating goods at the first place and 100% of whatever you're donating. See, as a donor, you will always have this issue, right? If I donate 2,000 rupees, how much will definitely go to the beneficiary? Not 2,000 rupees would go to the beneficiary, only for 50 to 60% of would end up being to the beneficiary. But on donate card, what you're doing is you're donating a blanket, which means the blanket would reach the beneficiary. So 100% of whatever you're giving would reach the beneficiary. So I have those 2-3 very good value propositions that I am pitching to donors, and that's how they are able to donate. So before starting donate card, I did one more enterprise. It's called NewsPod. This was in my final semester. The idea of NewsPod is similar to InShots. Many people must be using it right now. The idea is you get news in 60 words. In that product, I don't have very good business model, or I don't have very good value proposition. So I couldn't sell it. I had to shut it down after 6 months. But with donate card, the reason at the first place when we started it, there is a clear demand. We know that donors are willing to donate. We know that there is a need in India, and the need is never going to end. Need in India is never going to end. So that's how we convince our donors. And as this is an online platform, everything is transparent. Whenever we start a campaign, we set up a target. We say that we need 1,000 blankets or 1,000 notebooks or 1,000 bags, whatever. Whenever you're donating, you know what others have donated also. And you get an update back whenever the distribution is happening with photos and videos on this is what happened to your product. So consider you are donating a notebook to an NGO, you are getting pictures of notebook being distributed. So that's the commitment we give to donors, and that's how people are able to use us very well. And whenever any major disaster happens, we are always there. I mean, we started because of a disaster at the first place. So a disaster happened in Kerala floods last year. Kerala last year also. We raised over 2 crores worth donations in a 3-4 day span. The reason why we could do it is because we are always there whenever there is a need. People would like to donate during floods. As long as there is a campaign on donate card, then people would come and donate. So we create those opportunities for people. You might be interested in donating to a cancer related cause. He might be interested in donating to a leprosy related cause. We as a marketplace will provide all those opportunities for donors so that they'll come and choose and donate.
Hello, sir. So finding the right donor or finding donors must be a big hurdle for you.
Yeah.
So how did you overcome that?
Yeah. So when we started Donate Card as a platform, the idea is that we will be only a platform where the NGOs will use us and get donors on their own. See, we need to understand it's a challenge to get donors, right? The value proposition for the NGO here is they are able to convince their donor better now through Donate Card. Earlier they are asking money, through Donate Card they are asking in-kind products. So it makes their life easy to get donations. That was our initial assumption. And we did operate on that model for almost 1.5 years, where NGO is bringing donors on their own, where Donate Card is just a platform where they are doing it. But later on we realized that NGOs can't tell their story very well. You need to tell your story in such a way that donor would get convinced on donate. So you need to communicate it properly. You need to have that content being created. What Donate Card started recently is whenever there is a good cause that we come up with, we go there, we shoot a video about that change maker. We make very good quality video, 1.5 minute, 2 minute short video, and which explains the work of the NGO, where the founder would be talking on what they need, what help people can do for them. This is a video that we make. We promote this video on social media very actively. We get at least 1 to 2 million reach for each of this video. Whenever people look at the video, we don't expect everyone to come and donate, out of which 1% of the people would end up donating. For me, it makes a lot of sense financially to invest in making good quality video and promoting it on social media, because I'm getting that 1% donors. So Donate Card would get visibility at the first place. This 1 million people are knowing about Donate Card, and 1,000 to 1% of them are donating. Of 1 million, 10,000 people are donating to me. That itself is a huge thing. On an average, someone donates 1,000 to 1,500 rupees on our website, which means I'm able to make 30 lakhs in that campaign. So that's the whole way we look at it. First we solve the problem of transparency. People are not donating because there is a lack of transparency. Second, we are solving the problem of visibility. People are not aware of good NGOs, that's why I'm not donating. So let's show them good NGOs, let's show them stories of good NGOs, that's how they'll end up donating.
Sir, you said you have taking the money and sending this a product, sending the need, what is the need for the user, and how you are making the money from it.
So I wanted to answer it somehow. Good that you asked the question. See, my first enterprise, I was telling Newspot, we couldn't sustain it because we don't have a sound business model or we don't have a sound revenue model for it. So it was very clear to me when I was starting this that we should have a very good business model. I'll tell you how we make money. We don't charge our donors or NGOs who are using our platform. Any NGO can come up and put up whatever requirement that they have on the website for free. Any donor can donate for free. What I do is, whenever we do a campaign, let's say there is an NGO which is in need of 1,000 blankets, you are donating 10 blankets, doesn't mean it goes the next day. We don't deliver it the next day. We do it for a period of time. We do this campaign for, let's say, for 1 month. All the blankets will go in one go to the NGO. Whenever I purchase these blankets, I purchase them from a wholesaler or a manufacturer. That's how I make commission. So the wholesaler or manufacturer gives me enough commission such that I don't charge my donors or the NGOs. That's how Flipkart makes money. Whenever you make a purchase on Flipkart, Flipkart gets a commission from the seller who is selling it through the platform. At the end, on Donate Cart, seller is selling his product. For him, social impact doesn't really matter, right? For me, what matters is he need to give me enough commission so that I can sustain all the whole business. So I have to pay my salaries to 20 employees who are there. I need to invest in marketing. I need to make good quality videos. All of this is happening because this vendor is able to give us enough commission. So that's how we sustain the business.
There's no success story without any dark shades. So what's your motivation that always keeps driving you?
I would say when I feel I'm obviously young compared to you guys. So when I was in college, I got the exposure that I can take those risks. It's okay to fail in one enterprise. It's okay to fail in Donate Card also. I would definitely get a good job. I'm quite sure I'm aware of that. And then I am not really worried. My parents are not really relying on me. So I have a brother and then they are okay with whatever he gives them. So they are not really relying on me. And then I have so much opportunity to do, right? I am very young and then I know I have enough resources to build a company. I found out a very good problem to solve. So it's a very genuine problem and it's impacting so many people each day. See, every day, there must be 20 to 30 active NGOs that are fundraising on Donate Card. Every day we get at least 2 to 3 messages from them. Thanks for a platform like this. We get pictures of kids being, whenever the distribution happens, right? We get pictures. We work with different categories. So there is a lot of, I would say, positive side to it. And then I'm always open to taking that risk of like starting it up. And then so many failures happened. I mean, that's just a part and parcel of the game. Yeah.
Like, how did you manage your time when you are in the studies and you are shiftedly something which is not related to any technical or something? You are studying BTech.
And so I'll tell you my department also which I studied. So I graduated in metallurgical and materials engineering department. And see, whenever I do something, I want to experience what it happens. So in my second year, I did an internship in a steel plant, Vizag steel plant. I spent almost 1 month there. That's when I realized I don't want to do metallurgy. So second year itself, I realized that metallurgy is not something that I wanted to do. What else I can do? I can go for an MBA, I can go for an MS or whatever. And I was always involved in a lot of activities in college. I was active with my social club. I was heading 2-3 more clubs in college, photography club, adventure club, whatever it is. So I was always involved in some of the other leadership role in college. And studies is something that I was not very much worried about. I was getting decent grades. And in my final year, I got placed very early in campus. In campus, you get companies from different backgrounds, right? You will not always go for the core jobs. So early on in campus, I got placed in Grofers. So everyone must be aware of Grofers. So I got placed in Grofers as an operations manager. So I have 10 months time in my final year. And then in third year, I was preparing for MBA. I couldn't really crack CAD or whatever. So after 2-3 sessions, I figured out that this is not something I wanted to do. So final year, 10 months, this is the time that I have. And I'm not really interested in studies at the first place. So this time I need to explore, I need to learn something new or do some other activity. Fortunately for us, what happened is we had a course on entrepreneurship in college. The course was taught by a Silicon Valley based entrepreneur. So his name is Raj Jashwa. Raj is 80 years old. He has built 3 companies. 2 of them are public, worth over 12,000 crores. So Raj is from IIT Bombay. He teaches this course in IIT Bombay, and we are the only college who got him to teach the course. So Raj taught this course for 1 year. So we learned a lot from him in terms of which idea to work on, what problem to solve, how to do customer analysis, to how to raise funds, how to do cap table, whatever. So we learned A to Z of starting up. And in 8th semester, I started NewsPod. This was while I was in college. We opened an office in Nagpur. We had a team of 6 content writers who were doing it. Everything while I was in college. The reason why I could do it is because I had prioritized things already. That this is not something that I don't want to do. This is something that I really wanted to do. So that's how I chose it.
So how did your family reacted when you said that you want to be an entrepreneur? Since you already got selected in one of those jobs. Right?
Yeah.
But then how did your family react when you said?
So I would say, when I got a job, which means they're confident enough that this guy can get a job anytime. If not this, he'll get a job outside also. In Donate Card, the tech is built by my brother. So my brother has 7-8 years experience. He stays in New Zealand. He's a software engineer there. He is still helping us with our technology. So building the tech. I don't know how to build the tech. So I got my family to support in building my own enterprise at the first place. And I never asked them money. After 7th semester itself, I never used to ask money from them, because with Donate Card, it's a sustainable business. From month 1, we were able to make enough money to pay our salaries. Even though we are taking less salaries at the time, we are making enough money to pay our salaries. After one and a half year, we got some investment of 2.5 crores from very good angel investors. That's when we shifted to Hyderabad. So we started out in Nagpur, we moved to Mumbai, we were there for 1.5 years. Once we got the funding, we moved to Hyderabad, and that's how we are doing it now. So at any point of time, I was never relying on my parents for my expenses. That's the first thing. And second was, it's just 1-2 years after college. At that time, it was very tough. Like 1 year or 2 years of the college, when you're only 3-4 people working on it. You and your founder and one more intern or someone. You're 3 people working on it. For them, it's all definitely tough. But I was very much convincing enough here. This is something that makes so much sense rather than doing a job. And my brother was always supportive, not only in technology, but also convincing my parents this is something I wanted. Today also, my father is not really happy about what I am doing, but he suggests someone ki yaar inko employment de do, ya inko naukri do. So that's how he is. Any parent would always be of the opinion that yaar, it's better to go a job rather than taking a risk. But now is the time to take risk at an age like this. I can't take a risk when I may be getting married or something. So now is the really right time for me to take that risk. So they need to understand, we need to convey it to them properly.
So what's your message for these budding entrepreneurs or students who want to become an entrepreneur? So how should they approach an idea, or how should they even think about starting up something?
Yeah.
What are the various steps they can actually go through?
So I'll come back to the course that I did, right? So that's where I learned a lot of stuff on what to do, what not to do. So in my first semester, or in my first course, it was Introduction to Entrepreneurship. The second course is on Advanced Entrepreneurship. In Introduction to Entrepreneurship, whenever you take the course, you need to come up with an idea. Okay, this is an idea that I want to work on, and you would work on that idea for 6 months, even though it works out or not. The biggest suggestion that I can give to anyone who is here is learn more about whatever problem you are addressing. You are out of college, you don't know nothing about whatever problem you are addressing. Just because you got this amazing idea doesn't mean that it's worth exploring. You need to know in and out about the problem. The reason why Donate Card is a bit successful now, or we are able to reach out to 1 lakh donors, is because I have enough experience of social sector in my college. I used to volunteer, I used to do internships. When I was doing it, I never know that this is something I wanted to do after college. But I kept on doing it. That was my interest. That was my passion. So always try to pick something that's related to your passion, or pick a problem where you have to, or you know the problem very well. So you need to understand the problem, do customer analysis. So my course, we need to go and do customer analysis for sure, even though it works out or not. So I need to go and meet, one of the idea that I was working out at that time was Zoco apps. That was the name of the apps. The idea is that people have hundreds of apps in their mobile. Why can't we have one app where it does all the work? Or people don't need to install the new app. where with one app, people can access all the other apps. That's the idea of Zoco apps. It was very huge idea here. I need to get so much funding to do it. Even I am aware of it. But the reason why I kept on doing it is because I learned a lot of things during the process. I went on do customer analysis. I met few restaurants. I met few petrol pumps to understand whether this is something that they really need it or not. Even though that didn't work out or whatever happened, that customer analysis that I did is still helping me out now also. I know what a customer wants, right? I know what a customer really wants. The reason why I could do it is I could understand this is what it's really meant. At that time, there were no incubators like T-Hub, there were no accelerators, whatever. This I was talking about 2015, 2014. So there was just a momentum of कि startup India करना है, मोदी ने कुछ launch किया. That was the whole thing. So, but I went out, I started reading Economic Times in college. So I used to get Economic Times every day. It was just reading about someone getting good funding. That itself is a big motivator for you. Here, I can also start something on my own. So to summarize, always pick a problem that you are very passionate about, because you are still in college. You don't really understand the problem very much. Second is do customer analysis. Go talk to them, and it's okay to pivot your idea. It's okay to change the idea from one to this. I mean, when I failed Newspot, everyone in college, I know that people will not look good at me. But when I started Donate Card, a lot of people started thinking differently. So it's okay to fail, it's okay to pivot, it's okay even if your teammate is leaving and then you are able to do, you have to do it on your own. So things happen in startups. I mean, out of 10, 1 or 2 startups will succeed. But the learning of the failed startup is more than the learning of a successful startup. The learning that I had in Newspot is more than what I could get in Donate Card now. So it is helping me still. So you pivot, fail fast, keep failing also. Failing will, you can able to learn a lot of stuff through failing. And look for people who can support you. Look for mentors. When I was in college, I was in Nagpur only. So that's how, there are a few alumni of our college who are in Nagpur at that time, who have built their companies on their own, who are successful. So I used to go out and reach out to them for mentoring, for support. People are always willing to help you out as long as you are reaching out to them proactively. So try to reach out to people like this. Try to reach out to mentors who can support you. And then fail fast all the time. Keep innovating. Keep failing fast. Yeah.